Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dom Mafia Live. You already know what time it is. I'm live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST, giving you all of the NFL news, rumors, predictions, hot takes, chopping it up with my boys in the chat. I already see a bunch of familiar faces in the chat already today, guys. Have no fear, all right, for all of you Buffalo Bills fanatics out there, aficionados, not to be confused with my boys over at Buffalo Fanatics, but all of you fanatics of the Buffalo Bills team. What is going on, guys? Don't worry about that. I have my full Jaguars Buffalo Bills preview dropping later this afternoon. I'm super excited to unpack a lot of what we need to expect for the upcoming Monday Night Football matchup, which seems so far away, right? It seems so far away. I'm sitting here, scratching like a crackhead, wanting to see what Joe Brady is cooking up for yet another Monday Night Football showdown. Spoiler alert, I have us winning this game. I do. I'd be lying if I wasn't a little nervous because the Jaguars have historically been a thorn in our side for some reason or the other. Not particularly sure. But there's quite a few things to discuss today across the NFL. I put together a power rankings right on the channel. And I'm super excited to drop that today. I'm just going to clip it. You want to know why? I'm feeling lazy today, boys. So we're going to be going over power rankings. We're going to be going around major storylines and overall making sure that I keep this show and this live chat, as you guys know, entirely about you guys. What makes this channel, okay, so important to me, what I believe makes us stand out from everybody else is that I want to keep my chat involved in the conversation. I have my pre-recorded videos where I yap by myself. These live streams should be about you guys, and I appreciate that. Shout out to Darren in the chat. What's going on? Dan, when you're far away from the mic, we can't hear you that well. Sorry about that, Darren. Let me tell you what, bro. I'm getting used to this new microphone, okay? This is a beautiful thing. How does it sound when I'm up close and personal with this bad boy? I'm about to go on ahead and buy a boom arm so it can follow me around. I wish that there was some sort of artificial intelligence where this thing would just follow me because, as you know, I have a clear case of attention deficit disorder. I walk around. I'm basically a child at heart. So I need this thing to follow me like a millennial mother has a leash on their children. That's what I need, baby. That's what I need. I need this thing right now. DC Ford is my quarterback, and go Saints. And who dat? Turbo Duran. What up, dude? Listen, man, let me tell you what. Shout out to them. Shout out to those motherfucking Saints, baby. Shout out to those Saints. In fact, you know what? We're just going to start this stream off with an absolute bang. So you want to know why, my friend? I'm getting sick of the disrespect I've been seeing across the league from those New Orleans Saints. Let me show you a little pop real fast. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this, baby. I have, ladies and gentlemen, my NFL Week 3 power rankings going into the third week of the season. Damn, this is a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to all the Saints people in the chat. Shout out to all the NFL fans, all the NFL fanatics. Guys, do me a favor. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more daily NFL content. I put out content each and every single day. And I have a goal. I have a big, fat, hairy, audacious goal where I want to have 50,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. So if you rock with me, my style of content, as we drop through all of the power rankings, all of the storylines across the league, I'm just going to throw this up on the screen so we can react to it together, baby. That's what I'm talking about. In fact, I have a feeling that I didn't put subscriber mode on only because you want to know why? Some of y'all are petty. Some of y'all are petty and don't do it. You think that you can be a part of the live chat? No, not at all. You have to be subscribed right over the channel, baby. We're going to be talking a little bit. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I sincerely appreciate that. Dan, what's popping? One huge on the Falcons last night. And let me tell you what. I hammered the Falcons plus 6.5, right? And if Saquon Barkley were to catch that easy pass from Jalen Hurts and convert on first down, they wouldn't have settled for a field goal. And we would have been having an entirely different conversation. Would the Eagles still have been in the top 10 if that was the case? Would the Eagles, right, be riding pretty? Would things be going crazy over in Atlanta? 101 for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Solid game. Shout out to everybody. Scratching like a crackhead. I am, man. Give me some damn football. Bills are smoking the Jags, but it's a must-win for the Jags else as they are starting 0-7. We have William coming in. Shout out to the Cardinals and shout out to the Bird Gang, by the way. Listen, I'm sure that you're happy to finally see a power rankings that has your Arizona Cardinals gracing the top 10. And I'll tell you what, I'm so happy, not only from a perspective. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. No problem, Turbo. My boy, man. Hey, listen, dude. The Saints for the past 3 games in a row have put up 40 points against their opponents. Obviously, the last matchup in 2023, I think people were sleeping on Derek Carr, man. He's out there. He's pissed off. And they are destroying teams, guys. They are destroying teams. First week, I was just like, okay, it's the Carolina Panthers. I'm not going to be celebrating or having a parade down on Bourbon Street for the New Orleans Saints for beating the Carolina Panthers, okay? You've probably known me to say before, like, I hate the take where people would say, oh my God, listen, maybe Ohio State or the Georgia Bulldogs would absolutely destroy the worst NFL team on the face of the planet, right? I hated that take. I was like, there's no way. The worst NFL team would destroy the best college football team on the market today. But with the Carolina Panthers, man, I've had to revisit my take on this. I've had to revisit my take based off of what the Carolina Panthers have been doing. But what the Saints did to the Dallas Cowboys defense, we can't sleep on that. We can't sleep on that, man. Watch out for them Saints, baby. We're going to have to see it up. Yo, Dan, they better disrespect Hurts like they've been doing Allen for years. They won't. They won't 4-4-5 block. They won't do it. All right, listen. Only time interceptions matter, and the only time interceptions are a storyline is when Josh Allen throws them. I think it's pretty clear at this point. Have we seen a single headline? Have we seen a single headline of the media trashing Patrick Mahomes? Have we seen a single headline of the media trashing Jalen Hurts for the interceptions and the costly turnovers that they have? No, they don't. There's not a single headline I have seen about turnovers. That's why I am sitting here and I'm going to continue to say that I genuinely believe that Josh Allen is not going to throw his first interception until week 4. And I can't wait for that, man. Listen, like our offense has been operating like a well-oiled machine, and it is an absolutely beautiful thing right now. But folks, these are my power rankings right here. Gander, let me know your takes on this. If you agree, if you disagree. But I have the Arizona Cardinals at 10. I mean, it's difficult for me not to put this team there, right? Largely because, number one, they have been exceeding expectations offensively. And by the way, thank God that Marvin Harrison Jr. waited to get going. Thank God Marvin Harrison Jr. waited to get going week 2. That's all I got to say. All right. Because there was opportunities for Marvin Harrison Jr. week 1, but they just didn't leverage it. Right. And then you look at the rest of the NFC West, right? Like, I'm sorry. Don't trust the Seattle Seahawks. I don't. I think they're fraudulent. I do not think the Arizona Cardinals are fraudulent. I can tell you that. As long as Kyler stays healthy, I think this team right now, with all of the injuries on the LA Rams, with all of the injuries on the San Francisco 49ers right now, I can tell you, I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to make the playoffs. And so am I ready to say that I think that they are going to win the NFC West? I'm probably going to pause on that one for a second, but it's a playoff team. It's a hell of a playoff team based off of 2 weeks. And yes, obviously, we're sitting here, we are talking about week 2, right? A lot of things can change week 2. The Washington Commanders last year started off 2-0. But I think that you can see a couple of things from the eye test to begin with. And this is basically where we're at. I was just thinking that 4-4-5. No idea how the Texans are at number 2 when they squeeze past the Colts and the Bears. I'll tell you what, 4-4-5 block. I was considering, right? Like, I was considering putting the Buffalo Bills at number 2, but in efforts to not look like a complete homer, right? I put the Buffalo Bills at 3. I think why I have the Texans at 2 is because everybody has been creaming over their offense all offseason, but what truly has been impressive for the Houston Texans has been their defense, right? Pass rush is stupid. They ended up pressuring Caleb Williams 88.2% of all of his dropbacks. That is literally unprecedented. So I'm not sure if that has to say everything that it has to say about the Chicago Bears offensive line, or whether or not that this team's pretty complete at this point. But love what the Buffalo Bills have been putting out on the table. And I mean, I'm sorry, Dolphins fans, for saying this, but I was never high on the Dolphins. I never saw this as a challenge. I'm not going to celebrate, oh my God, we ended up crushing the Miami Dolphins. They suck, dude. They suck. They can't beat the Buffalo Bills. We exposed the Miami Dolphins. The Jacksonville Jaguars exposed them week 1. So I would say the Houston Texans wins so far this year have been more impressive, in my opinion. That's just me. But it doesn't matter because this Buffalo Bills team is still going to be cooking. Don't you worry about that. When we take care of business on Monday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars, I could see us climbing the ranks once again. And the Minnesota Vikings and the Texans, baby. Watch out for Sammy Darnold, man. Watch out for Sam Darnold coming out with a vengeance, man. Which is even crazier because dude right now is top 5 in the league for QBR. If I were to show you guys the QBR rankings of each and every single quarterback, you would be shocked. Number 1 is Derek Carr. He is, according to QBR, Derek Carr is the number 1 quarterback in the league. Number 2 is Kyler Murray. Number 3 is Josh Allen. Number 4 is Geno Smith. And number 5 is Sam Darnold. Isn't that insane? And Baker Mayfield is sitting at number 6 which makes it even more intriguing at the end of the day, man. Watch out. 110 of you in here already. Guys, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. All right? Listen, we want 50,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the NFL season. I put out content each and every single day. Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST. I put out them pre-records. I put out them shorts. I put out these live streams. And as you can see, I make sure that the live chat is indeed involved in each and every single one of my streams. I appreciate you guys making my stream a part of your daily routine. I always see all of the familiar faces in here rocking with me today as we look over some of the power rankings for the damn day. Shout out to everybody. DD, Dan, chill. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I'm done. I am done shitting on the Miami Dolphins. All right, listen, I'm not going to shit on the Miami Dolphins anymore unless you have some of your sort of iPad kids roll in here and start trying to tell me something about the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We own the Dolphins. We do, but we're on to business right now, baby. We got to take care of business against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 0-2. They don't look good. Trevor Lawrence had below 50% completion percentage last week against the Cleveland Browns. So we're just going to have to put the foot on their throat. We cannot allow Jacksonville to walk into Highmark Stadium and beat us. I want to walk into Baltimore 3-0. In fact, let me say this again. I want to walk into Houston 4-0. It's precisely what I want us to do. Okay? Let's take care of this overall. Let's take care of this schedule. We have no excuse not to take care of Jacksonville. We have no excuse not to be able to take advantage of Baltimore Ravens' offensive line issues. We got to do it. We got to do it, man. I want to walk into MetLife Stadium 5-0. I want to be an undefeated football team when I travel up to New York City to watch the Buffalo Bills face off against the New York Jets. It's precisely what I want, and I really hope that it comes into fruition. I really think that that's the case, man. 113 of you on YouTube, guys. Let's go on ahead and, oh my God, make it happen. Brian Flores has to be a NFL head coach. If he continues to put out that defensive production that he has for the past couple of years, he's going to be. Shout out Bryson. What's up, Bryson? Devin White was inactive for the Eagles. Do you think the Bills could trade for him since Bernard is out? I mean, listen, Bryson, it sucks that Bernard is out. Seriously, right? Like, it sucks that dude is out. But watch out for Balin Spector. Dude, for the most part, has been feeling pretty good. He's been looking pretty good. This Buffalo Bills defense, even with second string back seven, was able to hold the Miami Dolphins high-powered offense down to 10 points by itself. As long as we have some of the stars out there, right? Like Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas, always a beautiful thing. I'm not sure if Taron Johnson's going to be back on Monday night. Even if he's not, I thought Cam Lewis did a wonderful job. Shout out to Damar Hamlin. Dude led the entire team in sacks last week. Well, no, not sacks, tackles. I'm going to calm down here for a second, but always a beautiful thing. Like button smashed. I'll be at the game on Monday. Patricia, I certainly hope you have a great time. Slam some beers for me, go through a table, and cheer on them Buffalo Bills to make things happen. This is a beautiful thing. I love it. TD's main point was Buffalo built younger and better, and Miami brought a bunch of used mediocrity and saddled Tua with it. Captain Maserati came in with a case right over there. I mean, listen, I tried telling people all offseason that all of the departures from the Buffalo Bills this offseason were not a big deal. All right. We got younger. We still have continuity in coaching staff. We have the same system in place. Nobody should be shocked that the Buffalo Bills are as good as they are. Nobody should be shocked. I tried telling everybody. Everyone's like, oh, I don't know, Dan. And so all of those like 30-plus-year-old stars are gone, bro. Like, I have no idea how y'all are going to be able to get over it. This team looks good, baby. We got younger. We got cheaper. And watch out. We have money next offseason, too. And I think a lot of it, which has to do with it, is that this even came to a shock of my own at this point. I even said at the beginning of the offseason that if Von Miller had 10-plus pressures all season, that I would be a happy camper. And he's practically there already in just 2 weeks. If Von Miller continues what he's doing, he stays healthy, Gregory Rousseau continues what he's doing, Ed Oliver continues what he is doing, that's all that matters is the pass rush, folks. That's all that matters. That's how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ended up winning the Super Bowl that year with Tom Brady, was due to their pass rush. They didn't have any studs out in their secondary, maybe outside of a handful. But Watch out, dude. Dude, watch out. What makes this Buffalo Bills defense so good? Hands down, the pass rush, and hands down, our perimeter corners. That's exactly what it is. We just need to hope that they stay healthy. TD should be followed by everyone, by the way. Once you follow Dan, of course, dude is cool as hell. Absolutely, man. Listen, I always encourage that if you like rocking with me, definitely show a little bit of love to everybody else that's a part of Roundtable Sports. We have a representative for each and every single team. So if you want to troll somebody after a loss, or if you just want to show some support to the individual creators we have over at Roundtable Sports, I highly suggest it. Obviously, TD and Richie are one of them for the Jets, and then also Patriots Global, who is also a great representative for the Pats. Always highly encourage it. If you guys like Roundtable Sports, how we yell at each other every single Wednesday night, or I mean, really all week across all divisions, I highly, highly suggest that you show them a little bit of love because we're doing some big things. Shout out Dwayne in the chat. What's going on, Dwayne? How you doing, bro? Dan, do you think the Bills will bring back Micah Hyde? Buffalo Wings. At this point, Buffalo Wings, what's the point, right? What's the point? I mean, Rapp and Damar Hamlin have been doing great. Everybody was nervous about Damar Hamlin being the starting safety, but dude has looked great. And it's not even a surprise because before he got hurt, he had the exact same production out on the field. He led the Buffalo Bills in tackles last night. Cole Bishop, well, not last night, Thursday night. And then Cole Bishop obviously had a pass breakup right in the end zone. So to be completely honest with you, I don't think we really need him. I don't think we need Micah Hyde unless we suffer some sort of injury down the road. I'm going to knock on some wood right there because obviously we want to stay as healthy as humanly possible. Because while McDermott has proven that it doesn't matter about the personnel on defense, he's going to put together an incredible game plan. I don't even know. A great pass rush beats Mahomes. Absolutely. Dude, the Chiefs defense doesn't look so good this year. And to be honest, neither does their offense. I mean, dude, listen, with Isaiah Pacheco being out for 6 to 8 weeks, I know that they have, who did they bring in for a visit? Man, who did they bring in for a visit? It's completely blanking. Hunt. And so they brought in Kareem Hunt to begin. It's they brought in Kareem Hunt for a visit at the end of the day. Look, this Chiefs team is still going to be good. Look at Travis Kelce's numbers. Last week, he had 1 reception for like 6 yards. Even if Pacheco is out, you know that Travis Kelce is about to be getting his production skyrocket through the roof at the end of the day. I think that they will be fine. Defense, I mean, I'm sure they miss L'Jarius Sneed. That's for sure. But I think Trent McDuffie's looking really good. It's the Chiefs, man. Listen, they are in a bottom feeder division and they're going to win that AFC West. But now, which is interesting, we are in control of everything else because, I mean, I look at this schedule, right? And Buffalo Bills schedule. I look at this schedule right now and, Jags, we have no excuse, right? So Jaguars, we have no excuse not to win that game Monday Night Football. I know that they're a thorn in our side, but we haven't played them at home in a very long time. Last time we played them at home, we won. Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills, all right? Ravens have some offensive line issues. I really hope they beat the Dallas Cowboys next week because I don't want to be playing the Baltimore Ravens 0-3 going into their home stadium, right? These teams their backs are going to be against the wall. And this is the case for each and every single game right here. Houston Texans, October 6th, right? I want this game. I do, but this is going to be our first real challenge, I believe. And I'm not saying that we're going to win the next 3, right? Like, I could very easily see us dropping to the Ravens. I could very easily see us dropping to the Texans. But, dude, if we go 2-1 in this stretch right here, I'm a happy camper. I really, really am. Because after the Jets, look at what we have, right? Okay, so we have the Jaguars, we have the Ravens, we have the Texans, and the Jets. If we go 3-1 in this campaign, hell, even if we go 2-2, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good if we go 2-2 in this stretch. I really do. I would be clicking my heels if the Buffalo Bills walk away undefeated and roll into it. But I'm going to tame my expectations, right? This team is different from an identity standpoint. It really, really is. This team is completely different with their identity, okay? They play complementary football. They're disciplined. Last week, we had, 1 penalty? I don't know. How sustainable is it, right? Like, Me sitting here trying to tell you guys that I think that we're going to go undefeated, win the Super Bowl is just unrealistic. I'm not going to be a homer like that. We're going to drop games. I still have us at 12-5. But if this stretch right here, I feel so confident. If we can go 2-2 or 3-1 or better yet 4-0, I don't want to say we're going 4-0 in this stretch because this is a challenge. As much as we hate the Jaguars, as much as we know that they, have our number for the past couple of weeks or past couple of years, rather, we have to win this game. Baltimore Ravens is going to be tough, but I think that their offensive line issues could really end up leveraging us into winning a close one there. Texans is going to be a challenge. It really is. I want this because I already have my tweets in the drafts that I'm ready to fire off about Stephon Diggs once we end up winning it. And then obviously the New York Jets in New York in a stadium in which that we typically struggle. So that's kind of where my mindset is. Shout out to Yolanda. It's a Ravens YouTuber over there. She's awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm here to take all the smoke when we play the Bills in a couple of weeks. Yolanda, I'm excited too. But let me tell you what, I'm exclusively focusing on them Jacksonville Jaguars. And then we'll be taking a look at the Ravens. To be honest with you, I really hope the Ravens beat the Cowboys this upcoming week because I don't want to play your team 0-3. I really don't. I think that's the last thing that I think any Bills fan wants at this point. I hope we go out there, we dominate. I hope Josh Allen is in a baseball cap by the fourth quarter. I think that would be more than ideal, but here we are. Guys, smash that like button for me. Smash that like button for me, guys. Easiest way to show some love over at the channel, baby. Show me what I'm doing over here. Subscribe to the channel. We want 50,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. But after these 4 games, look at this. We have Titans, we have Seahawks, we have Dolphins, we have Colts. If we can go 2-2 in this stretch, this is easy moving. We have 4 games right now where we have no excuse not to win all 4 of these right here where I'm looking at. Then it starts to get more difficult. You have the Chiefs, you have the 49ers, you have the Rams and the Lions. That's going to be very difficult. And then we end the season off with Patriots, Jets, and the Patriots. So let's get through this first week gauntlet. Let's get through this gauntlet. All right, we started off 2-0. Let's start off 3-0. Let's get these wins. Let's start off 3-0. Let's get those insurance policies. Let's not drop against teams that we have no business dropping against. And this AFC East is ours. This AFC East division is ours. As long as we don't drop to any meaningful games, let's just figure it out. But anyway, power rankings, baby. NFL Week 3 power rankings. Check them out. Give me your feedback. 178 of you in here already. I love each and every single one of you for vibing with me today during our NFL conversation. I respect the Ravens. So do I. Listen, man, it's not like that. It's not that I think that their offensive line is bad. I think that their offensive line is new, and I think that they're still trying to figure it out. I think that they're trying to establish chemistry. I think they will figure it out as long as they continue to get reps together. But I don't know. We'll see. Stroud hasn't seen the McDermott defense yet. Bills could easily go 4-0 in this stretch. Red Sand, man, I sincerely hope that. Man. Listen, if the Buffalo Bills start off 6-0, you are going to see a new version of Dan Mitchell you haven't seen in quite some time, man. I'm about to be a villain on the internet. I will be a villain on the internet if we start off 6-0. As long as we don't have any sort of collapse, everybody stays healthy, knocks it out from there, then I'm going to be a happy camper. Let's make it happen. I can't remember the last time the Bills beat the Jaguars, the Red Furnace. Last time we beat the Jaguars was just when they were at Highmark Stadium. It was Josh Allen's first year, I believe. Yep. It was Josh Allen's rookie season was the last time we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dan, if we have to choose a loss, I'd choose to lose to the Jags, then win the next 3 and be 5-1 through 6 weeks. I don't know, man, because honestly, next 4 games, right? All AFC. So we don't want to lose to the AFC, that's for sure. We definitely don't want to lose to the Jets because that's a divisional matchup. And I'm looking at the Jets' schedule, and I could see them drop a couple. But, I mean, really at the end of the day, this division through 2 weeks of the season is basically ours or the New York Jets. And the Jets defensively have not looked good. And no, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I think that this New York Jets team is going to fold and this defense is going to look like the way that they have been for the remainder of the season. They're going to figure it out. This Jets defense will figure it out. I promise you. That's all I got to think about it. So as long as the Bills can avoid any sort of injuries, I once again am picking this team to make it happen. Bills hard times to beat Cleveland and Jacksonville. History shows Jackson doesn't play great against Buffalo. He typically does not play good against Buffalo. But how desperate are the Ravens going to be, man? Like, listen, we better all root for the Ravens to win this week. That's all I got to say. I think we all need to scream from the rooftops that the Ravens punch the Dallas Cowboys in the mouth, because I do not want to play the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore when they are 0-3. I don't want them to be desperate. I really, really don't, because that spells trouble. Maybe from my perspective, it's like the battered Bills fan in me that's getting a lot of PTSD. But listen, if we can make it happen, if the Buffalo Bills can prove me wrong, then we're going to have to see how it plays out. But right now, I'm just focused on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm looking forward to releasing my preview video later this afternoon. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, folks, and equally important, if you have not turned on those bell notifications, certainly do so, because you don't want to miss that. In fact, shout out to the Noti gang. Let yourself be known in the chat of the notifications gang. Who is on here, baby? Let's make it happen. Jets can't generate pass rush and are weak against the run. Allen is going to have a field day. Jesse? Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for letting us know. I think that that's going to be our game plan going into MetLife. But again, I'm trying not to look too far ahead into the future. That's really been the Achilles heel for the New York Jets, is having anybody with a credible run attack, or rushing attack, rather. Open it up and just go on ahead and avoid Sauce Gardner on the perimeter, go on ahead and avoid DJ Reed, and just absolutely bully the middle of the field at the end of the day. I like Quincy Williams. I like CJ Mosley as the linebackers, but as far as a Jets attack, this is going to be a James Cook and a Ray Davis sort of game, and I'm certainly excited to see how it plays out. But Dallas sucks. Dallas is not good right now. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's definitely not looking good. Jags are a top 5 team. We have KM in here. KM, sincerest apologies, man. I did not include the 0-2 Jacksonville Jaguars in my power rankings. How silly of me. How silly of me. As the kids would say, don't quit your day job, Dan. You didn't put the 0-2 Jacksonville Jaguars in the top 5. How dare you? How dare you? Let's go, Buffalo. Coleman is a non-factor. Snook. I mean, dude, when we have the next Amon-Ra St. Brown on this team and Khalil Shakir, who cares? Who cares at this point? I haven't given up on Keon Coleman. I think that I'm one of the few that didn't have as high expectations for the guy, like really on the outside. Like, I saw Coleman as a 600, 700 wide receiver by the end of the season. It's a long season, but the Buffalo Bills have an Amon-Ra St. Brown clone on this team. It's Khalil Shakir, baby. Dude, we have Jesse coming in saying that the Jags aren't top 5 in Florida. Let's see. Yeah, most definitely. Here are the Florida power rankings for all football teams in the NFL. All right. Number 1, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 2, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, excuse me. Number 1, the Buccaneers. Number 2, the Miami Dolphins. Number 3, the University of Miami. Number 4, the University of Central Florida. Number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's where I have my rankings for the NFL. And you'll notice some college teams skipped into the list. That's how much I am not scared of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry. This is going to get me in trouble. But can we all agree that Trevor Lawrence sucks? Can we all agree that Trevor Lawrence is not a good quarterback? All right. I'm going to save my shit talk until after we take care of business on Monday Night Football. I want to. But I mean, he blows, bro. He blows, bro. I don't even know. Allen has 13 completions. What are you expecting out of Coleman? Coleman was getting open against Miami. Didn't just spend like 600 plus mil in contracts this off season. I love the fact that Josh has only had 13 completions. Listen, it's not completely out of Like, look, dude, like this year in the NFL has been weird. Watch this. I ended up making a TikTok earlier today, and I want you guys to take it. Season has been weird. Really weird. I can't be the only one that thinks the 2024 NFL season has been weird. Really weird. Like, I'm talking about unprecedented levels. Here's the proof. Who in their right mind would have said that Derek Carr and Kyler Murray would share the 1 and 2 spot for overall QBR? Through 2 weeks, best quarterbacks in the league. We're looking at them right now. And the fact that Geno Smith and Sam Darnold are also in the top 5, absolutely mind-blowing. And I'm just waiting for somebody in the comments to try to tell me that they correctly predicted the Saints and the Arizona Cardinals to being the top 2 most efficient offenses in the league through 2 weeks. I'll wait for the delusion. And how about both the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens being 0-2, while the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Justin Fields, are sitting on top of the AFC North? I'm waiting for it. Come on, tell me. And if any of you have been watching and might have said the statement, what am I watching? Football from the 1980s? You might not be too far off. So far through 2 weeks, the average pass yards per game are 193.2 yards. Haven't been to those levels since damn 1990. Our running backs finally starting to get their value back. Short dink and dunk passes. Is the air raid offensive attack era dead? It's a weird time in the NFL, but I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying every single second of it. Like this video and follow for more daily NFL content. It's true. It's true, folks. This NFL season, bro, pass yards on average, and granted, it's only been 2 weeks, 193 a game. All right. Did anyone else watch week 2 last week and notice that we saw so many quarterbacks in like the 150, 160 sort of situation? 150, 160 at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. This is a thing. The too high safety looks have killed downfield passing. Absolutely. Wow, Stephen A. just put the Bills on top of his NFL team list. No, he didn't. Shut up. Dude, let me see this for a second. Saints, Rashid Shaheed can strike from anywhere on the field. Hold up. Stephen A. Let me see Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith. Where you at, bro? Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith list. Talk to me. Where's the Stephen A. Smith list, bro? Hold up. All right, bro. We're gonna wait for it. We're gonna wait for it real fast, but it's coming in. It's coming in, man. I feel it on that. And the defense have caught up in the new style of offense. They really have, dude. I really think that so the air raid attack is almost done. It really, really is. He had the Chiefs at 2. He had the all right, listen, what was Stephen A. Smith's list? Let us know. Let's just keep going right now. All right, let's figure it out. How about Derek Carr, by the way? Has anybody thought Derek Carr would come back? 91 points in the first 2 weeks, the most by any team since 2015. How absolutely insane from the guy. We have this guy, Dan. You really upped your game on the content this year, and we are here for it. Go Bills. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It all starts with the microphone, baby. It all starts with the microphone. I want you guys to hear me crispy as humanly possible. I love you guys. Listen, man, I sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you that tune in on a regular basis. We're sitting here working hard, man. We're sitting here working hard over on the channel, working hard on Roundtable Sports as well. So I appreciate everybody noticing. And more importantly, don't think for a second that I do not appreciate all of you guys making my Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. stream a part of your daily routine. All right. I hope that I'm able to go out ahead and make your work days go by a hell of a lot faster as we sit here and we end up talking ball together. All right, guys, smash that like button. Let's put this up to 100. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are absolutely incredible. Who have the Saints really played? I think it's overhyped. Go Bills, Kevin K. I'll tell you what, Kevin K. I would have agreed with you week 1 against the Carolina Panthers, but let me tell you something, man. When they put that up on the Dallas Cowboys defense, I know that we could shit on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense for being garbage time merchants, but the defense, you really can't. What the Saints were able to do against the Cowboys defense was what impressed me enough. We have Frank in the chat. What's going on, Frank? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Hope all is well to the Dolphins fans in my chat. What's going on, guys? Hope all is well. Too early. Bills will start losing games. Michael Stebeck is coming in, my man. My man. Listen, Mike, you're you're a Bills fan, right? And so I think Mike's a Bills fan. Listen, man, I get it, dude. I get it, man. I am also a battered Bills fan at heart, and there's always a part of me that feels a sense of impending doom each and every single time that we walk into a matchup on Sunday, Thursday, or Monday. But I'll tell you what. Oh, okay, he's a Jets guy. Yeah. Please. Don't worry about that. We're coming for you, baby. We're coming for you. And Josh Allen's about to be 8-3 against your team. He's about to be 8-3 against your team. Week 6, baby. Wait up. Cowboys defense always sucked all their games, were high scoring. Crop duster. Jets fan, go figure. Oh, man. Hey, listen, you know what, man? It is the division either between the New York Jets or the Buffalo Bills. I'm picking the Buffalo Bills for obvious reasons. Number 1, I'm a homer. Number 2, we just have a better football team, baby. We got the better quarterback. We got the better coach. We got the better offensive and defensive coordinators. Things are just beautiful right now, baby. That's what it is. Rodgers gets sacked 10 times against the Bills. Easy bet. Rodgers is a statue out there. He certainly is. But their offensive line is actually pretty solid. Cook is going for a 1,500-yard season. I can certainly see it. Man. It's going to be a good thing. My man was about to be sympathetic to the comment. I was, man. Listen, I was trying to talk some Bills fans that still might not be able to believe in what this team is putting out on the table. But then when I saw it was a Jets fan, I was like, fool, get out of here. Get out of here, man. We'll be good. The highest graded offensive lineman in the NFL. The Saints, dude. Watch out for them Saints, baby. Saints are for real. Death taxes primetime Kirk Cousins. The Falcons pulled off a miracle in Philadelphia thanks to a drop pass by Saquon Barkley and lights out drive from Cousins that kept Atlanta fans pushing the panic button. Look at that. Look at that, man. We have a Vikings fan in the chat. Sarah, what's going on? How you doing? JJ is not Garrett Wilson. Just saying. Sarah, what's going on? Hope all is well. I'm glad to see that. Dude, you know what? Sam Darnold, man. Who here is happy for Sam Darnold? I'm kind of happy for Sam Darnold. Listen, that Jets organization ruined Sam Darnold, all right? And then they gave him over to the Carolina Panthers, which is arguably a worse organization. And then he was on the 49ers, sat behind Shanahan for a little bit. And then dude's going out there and he's making a statement. He says, don't worry. JJ McCarthy, yeah, that dude, he's out. He's a rookie, but it's Sam Darnold time, baby. Sam Darnold's top 5 in the league for QBR right now. Is it week 2? Absolutely. Is there a possibility that he comes back down to reality, that he comes back down to earth? 110%. But I think it's a good time to celebrate the young man. All right, listen, I like the dude. All right, I'm glad that he's been playing well. Sam Darnold, baby. Good for you, Sam Darnold. I'm a sucker for a feel-good story. I'm a sucker for a comeback story, baby. Good God, man. I stoked for Sam. Jets ruin every single quarterback. Dan, did you see the Chris Long piece on buying and repping an Ed Oliver jersey? I certainly did. He needs to. Bro, the autograph app is not available in India. Do you guys upload that content on YouTube on a later date? Oliver, gosh, what's going on, man? How you doing? Sincerest apologies, my friend. Let me talk to Richie. I'm not necessarily sure what the deal is, what the contract suggests with autograph. I suppose that we could. Shoot me a DM. That's all I'm going to say. Dan, a lot of my friends are Jets fans and hate it when I refer to them as the New Jersey Jets, just like Rodgers did. Go Bills. Absolutely, man. It is the the things. Off topic, I want to see your reaction to Jeremy Cameron's goal in the AFL, Bills from Australia. Jeremy Cameron's goal. Let me see. Come on.
50 wrestling goes on between Bergman and Henry. On the up, Cameron. Around the body. Cheers up!
What the?
Piss off! You can't be doing that in the final.
First off, did the announcer just say piss off? I love that. I love that, bro. All we have is vanilla shit in the United States for commentating. I think my boy just said piss off after he actually ended up. Hold on.
On the up, Cameron. Around the body. Cheers up! Piss off! You can't be doing.
I really hope that guy got laid. That is insane. Shout out to athletes, baby. Rugby, man. Sometimes you just need to be able to appreciate some quality stuff right there. Rugby, I haven't taken a look at rugby in it. I'm pretty sure he said piss off as the announcer. I love that, man. That gets me jazzed up, man. I'm ready for that damn thing. Shout out to Louisa for letting me know how that worked out, because that shit was fucking fire, dude. I'm about ready to go. He's a piss off. What a way. Holy shit, man. Shout out Australians, man. Shout out Australians. Dude. And so I love the Australians, man. Shout out to the Australians in the chat. Love you guys. He definitely got laid. Thank God. That's amazing. Tom Brady would never. He did. Buffalo government are trying to take down Josh Allen's Gatorade advertisement in Buffalo. Why would Buffalo government do that? Why would they do that? It's all right. Listen, I'm not talking politics on here. That's only when I have too many tequilas on Twitter. That's the only time I talk politics, is just when I'm fucking hammered off of tequila and I feel like I haven't stirred the pot in a long time. All right. That's when I talk politics. X is the only time you'll see me doing that, baby. All right, let's see what else is going on. Antonio Pierce on week 3 opponent. We're not worried about the Panthers. We got to fix the Raiders. All right, look at that, Antonio Pierce. You're in. Hey, man, we're going to have to see. Holla from Germany. What's going on, man? When the greatest story ever told volume 2 launching, are we waiting until closure to the playoffs? Man, I've been battling back and forth if I wanted to relaunch the greatest story ever told, chapter 2. But I feel like this year has a different feel. I feel like this year has a new narrative. It's more about revenge, right? It's more about revenge. The Buffalo Bills are in the villain era, right? Like, we're no longer the heroes. We're now the anti-heroes, right? It's a time of climbing through adversity, defeating narratives. Each narrative has been dead. Week 1, dead, all right? Week 1, the first narrative that died, Josh Allen was overrated. He beat a team by himself. Week 2, the Buffalo Bills narrative, right? Was that we didn't have any weapons. Josh Allen couldn't play hero ball each and every single week. The only way the Bills could win more than 9 games was as if Josh Allen was a hero. Guess what? Josh Allen threw for 140 yards. And the Buffalo Bills defense and our run game ended up winning that game, shutting down a quote-unquote high-powered offense. I love it because this is the season of narratives that die. And I can't think of another narrative that the Bills haven't already defeated. All right? This is a beautiful thing. Oh, and by the way, turnover machine. All right, listen, if Josh Allen goes through week 3 with yet 0 interceptions, man, injected in my veins. I've been one to say a million times that Josh Allen's interceptions mean nothing. They're meaningless, right? They don't bother me, okay? Look at Patrick Mahomes, all right? He has like 3 interceptions already? What's his team at? 2-0? Absolutely. Meaningless. But the reason that I want him to not throw an interception on week 3 is just so the yappers can stay out. Listen, it doesn't matter. It's inevitable. The second Josh Allen throws a pick, I promise you there's going to be a bunch of people chirping in my mentions, being like, oh, there's Josh Allen with his picks. Blah. It doesn't even matter, baby. Listen, the rest of the league has a hell of a head start on our boy who's played some clean-ass football so far. Shout out to our boy. Let's make it happen. Yes, I love this. That's tough. 9 and 10 fans who pick the 49ers. Let's cook all the teams. 49ers haven't won in Minnesota since 1992. That was the weirdest stat that I've seen in quite some time, but it is true. Shout out Sarah in the chat. Oh, and Dan, I'm here for you to eat crow. You said we weren't beating the 49ers. I know. Listen, I can graciously admit that I was wrong. I did not know the fact that the 49ers haven't beaten Minnesota in Minnesota since 1992. That's one of those stats that I need to pay a bit more attention to as it goes through with it. But wild stuff. Browns defeated the ongoing narrative after week 2. I love it. Boots say to smash that like button. Smash that like button. Pain Manage is in the chat, man. Shout out to all the newbies. In fact, guys, please let yourself be known if you are new in the chat. All right. Let us know if this is the first stream you've tuned into. If so, welcome. I appreciate everybody. I allow all fan bases in here. All right. Listen, I love chopping it up with my boys on the internet about football each and every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST with my boys. I love this mic too. Does this sound better than my old one? I got to know if I made the right investment because I feel like this is crispy. It sounds like I'm on the radio. It's a beautiful thing. I love this Shore. Shout out Shore. Let's make it happen. Do you know Mahomes had like 60 interceptions overturned by penalties in his career? I thought it was closer to 17, but regardless of what the specific number is, still pretty telling. I'm not going to lie. Texans are taking Danielle Hunter and Stephon Diggs back to the Vikings. DF forever. Dan, defensive linebackers and cornerbacks have gotten faster, way faster. Also, I love Poyer and Hyde, but I told you for the last couple of years, they lack the speed needed in the NFL. Listen, Dwayne has called out several things. And don't worry, we're going to be welcoming Dwayne on this channel quite a bit, all right? He's the man when it comes into all 22 coverage, looking over everything, because I'm not good with film. All right. I'm not going to go out here and pretend that I'm like an X's and O's guy. I'm not. I'm just a crazy fan that screams into a microphone. And listen, I like giving you statistics. I can give you average rush yards per team. I can give you theories on how things work out. But listen, I surround myself with people smarter than me. Okay. That's what I do. I give the personality. All right. I'm the personality guy, and say that I need the X's and O's guys on this damn channel. I bring them damn on because I want to make sure that I keep you fools entertained on a daily damn basis. I'm here for the jokes, the hoorahs, the whole nine. And in case I want to get into the X's and O's, I'll bring in the damn X's and O's guys to help me out. Shout out to the boys in that. Shout out to the boys in the chat, man. And the ladies. Shout out to the ladies in the chat. Listen, I've been looking at my numbers, all right? And I'm pretty sure that now my audience has grown to 2% women, all right? Look at that. 2% women in the chat. Shout out. For a long time, it was 0.5%, all right? I don't know why that it's slightly gone up. I don't know. Polls are suggesting that I'm the most popular NFL creator with the ladies, all right? Polls are suggesting, all right? Look at that. Like McDonald's Sprite. Dan, we all know how great Mahomes is. Where was all the media cutting up Mahomes after 2 picks he threw this weekend? Josh Allen is not overrated, but overhated. Go Bills, Tank. I think we can say that until we're blue in the face, Tank. I feel like we can say that until we're blue in the face, but then here we are. Excellent quality sound with your mic. Ravens Talk with Yolanda. What's going on? Ravens Talk with Yolanda. And so we got a collab. And so I'm going to bring you on the channel during Bills and Ravens week. It's going to be interesting. Thanks for the acknowledgement, Dan. Debbie, shout out to the ladies in the chat. For real. Thank you so much. I love it. Dan is mogging on the chat. What's mogging mean? Should I Google that? Mogging. A slang term that refers to being more attractive than others. Looks. Oh, dude. Thank you for calling me handsome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've made the mistake of Googling a term before that somebody in the chat told me to, and I've had some very inappropriate things pop up on the screen. So now I'm smarter. I learn from things. Dan's mic sounds great. Mark Cardinelli, my boy out of California. What's going on? And the ladies love those beefy traps. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I love my traps for sure. I put a lot of work. And so I was working on the traps today, baby. Don't you worry about that. And the viewership goes up when the shirt comes off. Oh, dude. No, not at all. I'm very pasty. All right, listen. That's not like news to anybody. But I've been trying to get a tan my whole life, all 33 years. Has never happened. I'm not going to do it. I accept it, man. I accept the fact that I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. And that's okay. And that's okay, man. Listen, I'm fine with that. Shout out to all of the pasty people out there that can't get a tan to save their lives. I'm with you. All right. I'm with you right now, baby. Go Bills. DF forever. Jets. Lowski. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that second round pick from us and is going to be top 5 in that round. Sarah, I really need y'all to be shitty. But at the end of the day, shout out to the Vikings. Let's make it happen. Lowski says, no, the hell it doesn't. Keep your damn shirt on, Dan Mitchell. Listen, King Lowski, we're trying to up the lady numbers on this chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm experimenting with things right now, all right? And so I went from 0.5 to 2%, baby, in a month. Look at that. It's working. That sounds false. You see the Scully I got. The ladies like it. Jet up, Michael. Get a spray tan. Bro, my grandfather would roll in his grave. My grandfather would roll over in his grave if he found out that Dan Mitchell, that his grandson got a spray tan. He would haunt me and say, what's next, ballet? What's next? No, I'm just kidding. Come on. Dad, I come. Dan and I are some of the palest white boys in Florida. Hey, listen, man. Just do me a favor and call the Guinness Book of World Records, baby. We're all here. Just talk to me and my boy Richard Forbes, man. We're over here. We're making it happen. I somehow keep my tan in spite of having no sunlight in Cleveland. I love it. I absolutely love it. And so you just need bronzer. Again, I don't know. Bro. I don't know, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Just keeping it real right now. Justin Tucker, guys. Okay, listen, we have Yolanda in the chat. Thoughts on Justin Tucker? I've been seeing some things in the news where some media heads are suggesting that Justin Tucker is quote unquote washed. Back in the day, I suppose that they have some sort of take because the guy was like automatic. If there was like a 58-yard that needed to be done, like some people are like, oh my God, there's a 50-50 chance. Like, nah, like that dude was making it. What's going on with Justin Tucker? That's the question. He's not as automatic as he used to be. It's pretty crazy. And am I the only one who thought Dan lived in Western New York? What's the Bills fan origin story? What's going on? Uncorrected proofs. What's going on, man? Let me tell you what it is, baby. I was born in Buffalo, New York. I was born in Mercy Hospital, South Buffalo. I grew up on Crystal Street, baby. And then I ended up moving to Hamburg, nice little village of Hamburg action. I went to Frontier Middle School. And then one day, my dad, he decided that he no longer wanted to shovel driveways. So he moved me to South Carolina when I was a kid. And then I went to college in South Carolina, and then I moved to Florida. So that's the story, baby. Born in Buffalo, born and raised, still love the Bills, although that I'm down south, baby. That's the story. Don't worry, I'm not a fraud. I rooted for this team for the longest time, my entire life. I had no excuse. I went through a lot of pain, and thank God we finally have a quarterback that I can be proud of. All right, I can have a team that I can be proud of. Just win me a damn Super Bowl, baby. That's what it is. Homie is getting old. I'm 33. All right, 30s are the new 20s. All right, 30s are the 20s, but you have money. That's what it is. 30s are the new 20s, but you have money. That is what the 30s are. Don't make me feel old. All right. Like once I turn 40, definitely feel free to start trolling me because like afterwards, I don't think there's anything that I can come up and make it go through with that. It's pretty crazy. How do you not get sunburned living in Florida? Sarah, I stay inside. I stay inside, Sarah. No, I'm just kidding. I douse myself in SPF 50. And so do you ever see like any of those like long fishing shirts from Colombia? Rock those things. Don't worry. I'm not one of those cornballs that wears one in the pool. All right. But I bathe in SPF 50. That's what I do, bro. That's what I do. I bathe in SPF 50. Tucker is chopping at the bit to make the game winner versus Buffalo. And now you don't live there no more. You don't have to suffer anymore. Hey, listen, I love Buffalo. Great food. All my extended family is there. It's a piece of my heart. It's a beautiful thing. He was talking about Tucker, Dad. I'm talking about Justin. Oh, okay, Grace. And I was about to be like, chill, bro. Chill, man. All right. Listen, obviously I'm insecure about being 33. All right. Obviously. But yeah, with Justin Tucker, I don't know. I mean, you look at some of the kickers out there, though. Like, who was that one dude that kicked until he was like 45? Was it Vinatieri? Like, dude was like still pretty solid even into his 40s. He didn't start falling off of a cliff until he like hit 43, 44. Pretty wild at the end of the day. Uncle Dan, what's going on? Crystal Avenue, just around the corner from the 911 Tavern. Best wings in Buffalo. Shout out, baby. Shout out. Crystal. Ugh, man. It's all right, man. That's what I'm talking about. Was it Feely? Oh, my God. Summer is brutal here in Florida. Yeah, dude. Listen, man. Like, when you're in Florida, like, you don't even go outside between June and... yeah, bro. Like, you don't even go outside between June and August, bro. It's too hot. It's not enjoyable. Bro. For the most part, I just stick in my office. And so I'll go on the boat every now and again, but other than that, it's pretty wild. I'm 46 and retired from 20 years of facilities engineering, level senior 3. Living is a good life. Cali Bills, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Summer is brutal here in Florida. Richard, I was at the Miami game. We were melting through the whole game. Doc Sullivan's, did Stephen A post his list yet? That's a question. Let's see if Stephen A's got it. Come on now. Let me see. Show me what we got. Where's Stephen A's list? John Harbaugh, we have to keep pounding. Our reward will be in the future. John Harbaugh, we have to keep pounding. He's stealing the Carolina Panthers slogan right there, which is pretty interesting. We're sitting here. It was great to see Jason Kelsey. Where's Stephen A's list? Come on, baby. Stephen A list. Talk to me. No. Dog, Stephen A's list is horrible. Of course it is, AJ. You're a foul. Come on, man. Come on, AJ. You can't deny Stephen A's list. Where's his list? Stephen A's list. Where's the latest? There it is. Give it to me right now. Yes, sir. Did you see
Josh Allen came near South Beach and just ruined everybody's evening. I know we wish nothing but the best for Tua, who got hurt. But prior to getting hurt, he was throwing interceptions. The Buffalo defense had
Look at this. The Buccaneers, the Chargers, the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Bills. Having the Chargers up there is pretty damn crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, man, I feel like having the Chargers on this top 5 list is almost discrediting this list a little bit, but I'm going to be excited about it. My Buffalo Bills team is sitting right here looking me in the face. Who could be upset about this? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I mean, shit, 191 of you in here. This is a beautiful thing. 134 of you on YouTube, 57 of you on X, 4 of you on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch people. Shout out to the Twitchsters, my boys. The Chargers, what the fuck? Listen, this is a question. He has the Chargers on there as well. This is absolutely insane. Oh, yeah. Colin Coward power rankings today. Bills better be in the top 5. Otherwise, we riot. Chargers with a new old head coach. Absolutely. Guys, I love you. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up while I say my goodbye. And so I'm just going to make it super dramatic. But do me a favor, smash that like button. Shout out to everybody that tuned in today for another edition of Dom Mafia Live. What to expect from me today? What to expect in case you're going to miss me a little later in the afternoon? I'm going to be live on BetUS TV's The Huddle with TD Finstock, Richie, obviously unpacking all of the matchups that occurred week 2, having some conversations here and there about things across the league. If you guys haven't, in fact, let me know if you guys haven't subscribed to BetUS TV's The Huddle, because that's our NFL show. Shout out enough that somebody gave us a show to talk about the NFL. And I would love for each and every single one of you to tune in. We are live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. EST, each and every single Monday through Friday. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. I'm going to go on ahead and share my screen so you can get an idea of what this looks like. But it's right here. It's called BetUS TV. And then look at that. Here's me and my boy, Richie.
Still.
There's us just bullshitting, talking ball. And I'm just trying to think of QBs that I would take over Trevor Lawrence. I mean, obviously, Patrick Mahomes. I take Josh Allen. I take Lamar. I take Joe Burrow over him. I take Dak over him. Yeah. Most definitely. So shout out to everyone at BetUS TV's The Huddle. Go on ahead, subscribe to BetUS TV, and tune in a little later this afternoon. We're going to be having quite a few good things happen there. And then after the fact, we are going, well, I mean, not we, I have no idea why I'm including myself in the plural. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental health issue. Being on the internet will do that to you. But I'm going to be releasing my Buffalo Bills and my Jacksonville Jaguars entire preview later this afternoon. So if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, turn on bell notifications, told everybody and their mother about this channel, certainly do so. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. I will see you later this afternoon. Deuces.